Hey everyone, welcome back to the Brompton Family Time channel. Today I would like to just talk a little bit about the Brompton and my experience over the past 15 years and why I think it's probably the best bike anybody can have. Alright. I made a video similar to this about a year ago, and I guess since then many of you are going to be new subscribers and probably have not seen it. But if you would like to watch that video, please check out the link here. This channel was started about 1 year ago, and it is run and edited by Shoko, and we like to bring one of our sons, Tantan, with us. His helmet is starting to hit our chin when we ride, so this could possibly be the last year that he can ride with us. Hopefully not, but we will have to take shorter rides, but hopefully he'll be able to join us for as long as possible. Over 15 years ago, I bought my first Brompton, and I've always had a Brompton since. I've even lost count of how many I've actually owned. I would say it's about 10. At one point, I was buying a lot of the raw lacquer Bromptons in the 6-speed and 2-speed, 3-speed, and I've really lost track of how many I've had, but it's probably about 10. So this video, I would just want to talk about why I think everybody needs it. The Brompton, it's not going to fill the role of replacing a mountain bike. It's not going to replace a road bike, a track bike, but it's the best bike you can have that can complement any of those bikes, especially if you're a commuter as well. The reason why I bought the Brompton originally 15 years ago was I was living in Japan and I was an assistant language teacher on the JET program. And I spent 5 years living in Japan. I've always needed a bike to get around. I lived in the countryside. I rode my bike to work every day. It wasn't a long distance, but I enjoyed riding it and seeing all the kids ride their bikes as well. On the weekends, I would head into the city. Shoko and I used to have a very small car. In Japan, they call the Keion. They're basically yellow plate cars, and they're very small. And we used to have to, fill the bikes into them and head down away from where we lived into the city to see our family, and it was always nice to have a small bike to fit into it. Inside the city, there was this one small bike shop that specialized in road bikes, but they did have a small section of folding bikes. So one day I had free time and I went there to check it out, and that's when I saw my first Brompton. It was the apple green 2-speed titanium Brompton. And I lucked out because it was on sale, and I bought it for, I think it was probably like $1,500. As soon as I bought it, I instantly fell in love with the Brompton, and I got rid of all my other Dayhons. I still remember to this day, we went to the local park and I rode it around. I just thought it was the coolest thing I've ever ridden. Now that I have a T-Line, I think the T-Line is the best bike that I've ever ridden. The T-Line is a great bike, and that's one thing about the Brompton that I like also, is that they don't really change their design. The T-Line is innovative in material, but it's the same shape as the Superlight. So over the next 10-20 years, it's still gonna be a cool looking bike. Even the older bikes, they're still just as cool. Whether you have a A-line, P-line, C-line, or the T-line, all Bromptons are going to last well over 10 years, no matter what model you have, as long as you just do the basic maintenance. So these bikes can last a long time. They are pricey, but once you have one, I think, that's all you need is one, and it's going to last you a very long time. They have the best fold ever, right? I've owned many Dayhons in the past as well, and cheap brands that I don't even remember the names of the brands, but you can't beat the fold. The fold is what makes the Brompton the best second bike anybody can have. Whether you use it in public transportation or your daily life, whether you're storing it in your house or your apartment, it takes up such little space. It's really a great bike. The other bikes that are out there, the fold is not as great. And if you do travel with it, it becomes cumbersome when you compare it to a Brompton. Another good thing about the Brompton is there are many parts available. Whether you're the type that sticks to the OEM Brompton parts or aftermarket parts, there's plenty of them out there where you can make your bike just as you like it. And that's what I like about it. So up until now, I've always done a few modifications on my bike, but recently I've gone full blown and, you know, changed everything. That's just me. I don't think anybody really needs to change their stock Brompton. It comes perfect as it is, and you know, that's just really just my preference at this time. Another thing that's great about the Brompton is the community itself. Whenever Shoko and I go into the city now, we always get recognized. It's very nice to see other Brompton riders in the city. What's great about the community is there are many rides that you can do together as a group, and that's always fun. The Brompton itself is made in the UK, and that is one thing that originally I thought was the coolest thing, because I like to see bikes that are original and their designs are unique. Okay, and that's what led me to the Brompton originally as well. Dayhons are just as nice as well, but there are more copycat brands that have taken the same design as the Dayhons. Okay, there are very good brands out there, but like I said, the Fold is what brings me back to the Brompton over and over. Over the past 15 years, I've owned over 10 Bromptons with all the gearing ranges from the 2-speed, 3-speed, 6-speed, and now the 4-speed. Besides the gearing, the quality of the bike itself is excellent. Once you get onto one, it's very solid. Some people say the steering is twitchy, but I think it's very responsive and it makes riding the bike fun once you get used to riding it. Another great thing about the Brompton is the adjustability. It's designed to fit people that are, you know, 4 feet, 8 inches all the way to 6 feet plus. Okay, and that is great because on the fly, if somebody wanted to join us on a ride, they wanted to jump on one of my Bromptons, they simply have to lower the seat and away they go. This last point about the Brompton, which I love, is their customer service. I've had to deal with the customer service regarding warranty maybe about 5 or 6 times over the 15 years, and I always get a reply back or an answer right away and my problem fixed. So customer service is probably one of the most important things that I look for when I'm buying anything. Parts too, because if you're a part maker and you have lousy customer service, I won't buy your part anymore. Maybe I'll make a video if you guys want about my experiences with Brompton parts makers. Let me know. Customer service is probably the most important aspect of a company to survive and continue long term. Recently, Brompton reached their 1 millionth Brompton and they're celebrating by going around the world. So I can't wait till they come to New York and hopefully I'll be able to run into them at that time. Lastly, I would like to thank Shoko because she's the one that does all the editing. You know, all the film work, everything is done 100% by Shoko. So without her doing it, this channel wouldn't exist. If you appreciate these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a small comment and continue to watch our videos. If you do have a topic that you would like us to discuss, we would love to make a video about it. I know there's been a few videos I'm behind on, but we're just trying to make them as we have time. All right, so thank you for joining us, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. All right. Yeah, how come when people do that, like it goes dark, but my hand's like not dark? I don't want to touch it though. I don't want to get it dirty.
タッチしてみて。あなた。
Yeah.